Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Go ahead and hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of other upcoming videos. Alright, so today I'm going to talk about my status or my update, how I'm doing in the drip garden and then the drip faucet. Okay, I haven't done many videos in the last week or so, so I figured it was time. I'll just combine the two. Alright. So first one I'm going to cover is the drip garden, right? So I'm close to 9,000 plants right now. I'm at 8867. Still compounding. I have not taken any profits yet. The price of drip is way down. Let's look at things. So the drip BUSD liquidity pair or liquidity token, whatever, right now it's valued at about $20. The cost of the plants is way down. It's about 35 cents a plant. This is down. My profit per day, if I were to my daily income, if I were to withdraw, I'm not withdrawing, I'm only at a 104. When I first got into drip garden with way less plants, I want to say 2,000 or something like that, I was at 150 at that point. The price of the plant at first was like $5 per plant, and then it was like 2 something. I thought that was a steal, so I bought more. Then I bought a little bit more since then. I think about 60 cents or 50 cents a plant. So this has gone down quite a bit, especially with the price of drip going down and with the animal farm still being on pause. So I'm at 104, and I've been at 104 around 100 for a while now, even as my plants are growing. I mean, it's still $100, but it doesn't make sense personally for me to take profit. I'm not in any dire need of taking the profit right now. I'd rather just compound it, and then that way when the animal farm, when the new drip UI, when the partnerships come, when everything comes together and the price comes up, I will be sitting pretty. I'd rather just kind of block out all the BS and what's going on. I know people are, upset and stuff like that, which rightfully so. People have a lot of money in here and it's been on pause. But myself personally, I'm not stressing. I'm just compounding at this point. Let's pop over to the spreadsheets that I've had in my other videos. So as you can see, I just plugged in the current amount of plants that I have per day. Like tomorrow I should have about 9,000 and so forth. In about 11 days I'll have about 12, which was my original goal. And that seemed like so outlandish when I first started. So if you continue to compound, you get there quick. It's crazy because I mean, I don't even remember how long ago that was. It seems like forever. So it is. Maybe it's a good thing it's been on pause. I haven't been tripping. I haven't been trying to take profit. I'm just sticking to, compounding right now. And I mean, in 30 days, 30 days, I have about 22,000 plants. If I continue to just compound. So this is more like a long-term strategy, and I forget that it's like a minor. So I'm also in baked beans. And even though they're both minors, I really don't consider this like a minor because this is more of a long-term strategy, a long-term play. For me, I put them baked beans and this in two totally separate categories. I have way more invested in here than baked beans. Not astronomical or anything, but I mean, for me, I'm a regular person like most of you, have a job and all that stuff. For me, it's a lot. So, I mean, this is where I'm at. It seems like the more plants I'm getting or producing a day, I'm starting to kind of get a little traction with the daily profits. So I'm curious to see how it's going to look when I get to like producing 300 plants, 400 plants. Right now, I'm not outpacing with the value of drip and the decay because the price of drip is low. I pretty much have been stagnant. So that's just how that is. I come over to my other spreadsheet where I'm playing like strategy You know, so if I get to like, I'm like using today's numbers, like the price of the liquidity pair, the price of the plants. This is actually 35 cents. It's just so low it doesn't come up with anything. So looking at, if I had 22,000 plants right now, I would get, with the way the price is, I'd be making about 263 or so. So just kind of looking at that, 23 plants from now would be what, in about 29 days or so, like that. But hopefully by that time the price of drip will be up and this 263 will be like laughable. That's the goal anyway, so we'll see. Let's pop over to some analytics on this stuff. I'm not going to go too deep explaining all of this because I've done it, I feel like, many times before. As you can see here, this is pretty much everyone and kind of how it's been. It looks like we're still getting people who are buying. Of course, we're selling. And then, you know, things are kind of, a lot of people are compounding, which is good. So, and a lot of people, I think they get it. You do whatever you want to do, but this is, I wouldn't use the same strategy with this as like baked beans. My baked beans is totally different, and to be honest, I'm going to take some of that baked bean profit once that starts getting a little bit higher, and I'm just going to put it in drip. So, I mean, that's all I'm doing, is I'm taking something that's has a higher yield or higher, you know, ROI, so I can fund my stuff in here or other projects at some point. Okay, but that's pretty much what I'm using that for, to kind of accelerate that process. The DK right now overall is about negative 2.16. That's pretty much overall right now. So it's it's really high. And then on top of that, with the price of drip being down, so it's harder to kind of have those increased values of return, you know, so we're kind of stagnant right now. So we need a little boost. Hopefully the price, I kind of like the price of drip. If I had some extra money, I would buy some more, but I bought so much lately because the price was low. So I kind of been chilling. Right now I don't want to go too crazy. Let's see. So plants per day, I'm at about 295.6. Let's see. And then of course my value, I haven't taken any profit, so I'm making about 3.33%, but you got to think the price is down so low, so it's probably like, I haven't done the math lately, but before it was like 1.85%. I would guess it's probably more like, it's probably about the same actually. It's probably somewhere about 1.5% or something like that. But I mean, really, compared to what I put in initially, okay. But right now it's still saying 3.33%. And then my wallet ROI, and as far as, you know, I'm gaining a lot of liquidity pairs, okay. My negative, because I haven't taken any profit, as you can see, everything's kind of going upwards because all I've been doing is just compounding. This will just give you the idea. This gives you all the numbers of people in the garden. Most people have about between 100 and 200 plants, and then looks like the next biggest number is 0 to 10, and then, you know, it kind of comes down a little bit. You've got some people who are big time whales down here. I am right here, so there's about 180 people in this group. As you can see, as you get kind of further down here, the numbers are a little bit lower, but this is kind of cool. There's a lot of people in the 10,000, 15,000 plants. The contract balance, of course, is low. These are your top players, your leaders. Should you say people with, there's probably a lot of people, more so now, probably more people are taking, more people probably compounding, should I say. Alright, let's pop over to my Faucet. I don't think I recorded a video recently on that, so I'm at about 245 right now. I've got 2 drip. I'm going to go ahead and hydrate that. Let's go ahead and put that back in the faucet. Usually I hydrate after I'm like addicted to hydrating, so I was trying to wait till I at least had 2 before I hit the button. If you like to join the drip faucet, it pays out 1% per day in drip tokens. I'll put information, a link, my referral link in the description, and please go back and watch other videos that really break down about the drip faucet. This is more like an update video, so it's not really doing it much justice, but you do need a referral link in order to join. Okay, let's look at the price of drip right now. It is on sale for real. $31.30 is the price of drip. If I had, well, I do, I'm not going to do it. If I had some extra spending money that I was willing to spend, I would go ahead and grab some of those, but I am not. I have been grabbing a lot. So it's a good time, I think, to buy if you're new, or even if you are in there, and do some dollar cost averaging. Of course, not financial advice, but that's a hell of a price. I wish I would have got in when it was that price, but I don't have any regrets. All right, so let's pop over to my drip faucet breakdown of my wallet. I had been in it about 113 days, so I was not in it in the beginning. I've just been dollar cost averaging. I have earned about 127 drip tokens just by compounding and staying pretty religious to that. These are just the taxes. I call them donations. So you can see that's pretty much, I do not have the Breep tokens. I would like to build a team, but I do not plan on buying the Breep token until somebody actually signs up, because I just think that's kind of crazy. Let's see, I would like to do airdrops and all that good stuff, but right now I'm just playing the game by myself. Let's look at the overall drip as a whole. New counts last month was about almost close to 13,000, so there's still people still joining the drip community. Just this month alone, about 8,500 people. We've got a total wallets in the faucet, about 90,000 as far as wallets go. And then the total number in drip, as far as the token, and paid out, and so forth. So you can see the information on here. It looks pretty similar to what it was before. Nothing extremely different. Of course, a lot of people are, as you see, there's been some spikes. There's a lot more red, so people are claiming. But you got to consider, I know a lot of people get really mad at people who are claiming right now, but you got to think, okay, so most people got in when that big promotion was going on around January, January, February, when the price was like astronomical, like all-time high, 155, 190, or 60 or whatever. So those people, and I'm in that category too, a lot of those people are like, yeah, I get it. They're mad because, the price is low, and, they want to claim, and this and that. But you got to think the people who've been in it since back here, April, May, when the price of drip, I think they said $6, $3, $10, $15. So $30 per drip token is still high to them. So of course they're going to claim. I would claim. It's just, you just got to think about it. It's just part of the game. Of course, it's a token that you earn money on. So of course people are going to claim to get, more money, especially people who have large bags, large wallets, like a lot of us are just building, just growing. We got into this January, February or something like that, but I think some people been in it a lot longer, so that's just kind of the game. This is just a breakdown of the amount of people that own a certain amount of drip tokens. So most people have about 0 to 10 tokens, very low number, 0 to 10 to 20. There's another big spike, 100 to 200. I am in this spike right here, this category between, I have about 200 to 300. And if you don't know, the goal is to get down here where you have accumulated 27,397, because the maximum that you can have in your wallet is about 100,000, and so you can only have up to 3.65 times your initial investment. So if you take 100,000, divide that by 3.65, that's where you get that. Let me get that out of the way. That's where you get that 27,297. So that's the ultimate goal. Depending on where you start at, it might take you a year, it might take you 2 years, it might take you 3 years, depending on how much you're hydrating, how much you're claiming, what you started out with, and so forth. But this is where you want to be especially if you want to get to that $1 million, multi-million dollar status, which I'll show you in the last part of this. And then this just shows you different graphs. Okay, so let's pop over to the calculator. If you're interested in this calculator, I'll put this in the description below. It is a premium calculator. It has all kinds of tools. It has stuff in here for the animal farm. I don't really show that for some reason. I forget about showing you that. But like if you're in the drip guard, you can also compound harvest. It gives you the breakdown. Like right now, shows you my weekly, monthly, yearly seeds per day. My, when I'm going to have so many plants at certain times. The piggy, probably because a lot of stuff is paused. That's why I haven't showed it. Piggy Bank is paused, but it'll give you like your Piggy Bank calculator. It has the animal farm. You can look up players. You can look at charts. I never really show this, so I guess I'll show you that. But it has all these different charts and stuff like that in here. It's taking too long to load. It's getting them in. Oh, there we go. Alright, we'll move on from that. Alright, and then it has a calculator, which I like. You can look at your team. I don't really know. Oh yeah, so I've received 4 airdrops from my upline. So you can look at stuff like that. You can also do that on the main site as well if you put in your wallet address. So let me just show you real quick because a lot of people don't know how to do this. So if you go on the Faucet and you put in your wallet address right here, you can see how many airdrops you've received, how many were sent, and your net deposits if you have a direct team, your team numbers and stuff like that as well. Okay, let's pop back over here. Now this shows you the current price of drip, your team, and all that stuff. So let's go to the calculator, which is what I care about. So if you wanted to get an estimate, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to 227,000, but let me just bust in let's just go. Okay, so I know it's going to take long. At least in a year, I'll be at 7,800. So let's just go 600. Oh yeah. So let's go 400. So you can play around with this. Yeah, somewhere around there. Let's do 490. 495. Close enough. All right. So in about 498 days or so, I'll be at about my max wallet. It's a little bit less than that because I've gone over my max, but it'll just give you an idea to tell you how long it'll take you to get there. You can do this where it shows you what the taxes deducted, or if you don't want that, you want to see the higher amount. At that time, this is what I'm currently making, but at that time I'll be making about 8,000 so a day, but with taxes it'll be about 6,928. And then if I'm like claiming 2 days a week and then hydrating, obviously it's going to take me longer to reach that goal. So then you can play around with the numbers and go 650 days or so, whatever you want to do. And if you're doing the 5 days hydration and 2 days claim. So this calculator kind of helps you with that. Or you can kind of, instead of doing the auto price, you think the price of drip will be about $60. So then maybe you'll be getting 12,000 a day instead of the 6,000. So that just gives you, I like the calculator. It's just something you can kind of play around with. Let's say 120 days from now, I would be making about 146 a day. So maybe I only want to claim during the weekends. That would be the 2 days where I claim. If I disregarded that, and then it would be 194.28 with the taxes deducted. If not, I'd be at 239 without the taxes being deducted. Okay, so if you like that tool, I'll put a link to it. This is also the guy who created the Grinch bucks, the miner. You'll see here, developed by Baby Grinch. This guy here, this is the baked beans the fork of baked beans. There you go, if I can get that out of my mouth. So he created this. He's part of the drip community and stuff like that. I don't have a lot in here. I've in baked beans mostly. Got a little something in here just to get the count open, but I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested, if you want to support the drip community, or if you like these type of high risk, high reward type projects. You know, just make sure you do your own research. Don't put more than you can afford to lose with anything, but definitely these type of projects. Alright, so hopefully that was helpful. Hit the like button. Please don't forget that. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of other upcoming videos. Alright guys, have a good one.